No one expected to see his face again. But there he is, in the shadows of the new Hudson and Rex Season 8 trailer. Charlie is back, the man who once stood at the heart of the team. The man Rex never stopped waiting for, but why now? What brought him back? And more importantly, what secrets is he carrying? Season 7 of Hudson and Rex ended in a way that left fans both satisfied and restless. The team had finally found a sense of balance. Sarah was growing stronger in her leadership role. Jesse had matured as a tech expert, and Rex had become more than just a police dog. He was a symbol of trust, loyalty, and love. But something was still missing. Charlie Hudson had left a hole behind when he disappeared. His exit wasn't loud or dramatic, it was quiet, almost too quiet. One moment he was solving cases, chasing down criminals with Rex by his side, and the next he was gone. The team said he had taken a special assignment, but the show never gave us the full story. Viewers could feel the tension behind the smiles. Rex, especially, seemed lost without him. There were moments in Season 7 when Rex would sit near Charlie's old desk, waiting, ears alert, eyes focused. It broke hearts without saying a word. Sarah tried to be strong. She carried the team forward with confidence, but there were moments when her eyes drifted to the empty space where Charlie used to stand. Jesse, always the light-hearted one, made jokes to ease the mood, but even he knew something had changed. They were doing the job. They were solving cases. But the soul of the team was missing. By the final episode of Season 7, the team had just closed a complicated murder case involving a high-profile politician. Everyone expected a big cliffhanger, maybe a new villain or a major twist. Instead, the ending gave fans a moment of reflection. Sarah looked out the window. Rex sat at her feet, calm but alert. The silence spoke louder than words. It wasn't a dramatic finish. It was emotional. It was raw. And it left the door wide open. What happened to Charlie? Was he ever coming back? Why had no one spoken about him for so long? These questions hung in the air, and fans didn't know if they would ever be answered. Until now, the new trailer for Season 8 has brought those questions back and raised even more. Charlie is back, not in a flashback, not in a memory. He's here, walking into a scene with that same calm confidence, but there's something different in his eyes. He's changed. And that means the team's story is about to change too. Fans who watched from the very beginning remember the deep bond between Charlie and Rex. It wasn't just a man and his dog, it was a friendship built on shared pain, shared victories, and quiet moments that showed what true loyalty looks like. When Charlie left, it wasn't just a story shift, it was an emotional loss. Season 7 worked hard to rebuild, to move on, but some bonds are not so easily replaced. Now that Charlie has returned, it changes the entire mood of the show. Is this a homecoming or a warning? Is Charlie here to rejoin the team or to turn their world upside down? This first section of the story lays the ground. It reminds us why his return matters so much. Because Hudson and Rex was never just about solving crimes, it was about the people behind the badge and the silent strength of a dog who always knows when something is wrong. Charlie's return isn't just a twist, it's a signal. Season 8 won't just be another chapter. It's a turning point. It starts with silence, just the sound of soft footsteps on wet pavement. Then a shadow appears. At first it's blurry, uncertain. But as the trailer slowly zooms in, fans catch a glimpse of a familiar figure. The coat, the posture, the walk, it's him. Charlie Hudson. The moment is short, but powerful. Rex's ears perk up. He senses something. The music swells, not loud or flashy, but slow and heavy. Then we see Charlie, stepping out of the darkness, his face calm, but his eyes full of something hard to name. Is it regret, guilt, or something more dangerous? The trailer doesn't give us answers, it only gives us clues. In one scene, Sarah turns her head sharply. Her eyes widen for a split second before she composes herself. The camera cuts quickly, not showing what or who she's reacting to. But fans know. That's the moment she sees Charlie again. Jesse appears next, typing fast in the tech lab. He mumbles something about encrypted signals and someone bypassing the system from inside. It sounds like a normal case until the camera lingers on a paused security video. The figure on screen has their back turned, but even blurred. It's clear who it is, Charlie, and he's somewhere he shouldn't be. Rex's reaction is perhaps the most emotional part of the trailer. He growls at first, low and unsure. But then, as Charlie slowly approaches, Rex pauses. His ears twitch, his tail doesn't wag. He just stares, confused, torn, as if trying to decide, is this still my Charlie? The trailer flashes through fast. Emotional shots. Sarah yelling across a street, Jesse running through a dark alley, Rex barking at a closed door. And then Charlie standing alone in what looks like a motel room, staring at a photograph. The photograph is blurry, but fans believe it shows the old teen Charlie. Sarah, Jesse, and Rex, his hands shake slightly as he sets it down, then comes the twist. A voice says, "He's not here by accident?" We don't see who speaks, but the voice is unfamiliar. Maybe a new villain? Maybe someone from Charlie's mysterious absence? It's not clear. But it's clear that Charlie's return is more than just emotional, it's dangerous. There's a moment where Sarah confronts Charlie. The trailer doesn't let us hear the full conversation, just one line. "You should have stayed gone." Her voice cracks at the end. She's angry, but hurt. There's history there, unspoken, unfinished. Another clip shows Charlie walking through police headquarters. No one speaks. People stare. One officer turns and walks away. It's clear that whatever Charlie did or whatever he's mixed up in has left a mark. He's not walking into the same world he left behind. And then the final moment. Charlie kneels in front of Rex. The room is quiet. He doesn't speak. He just looks at him. Rex stares back, unmoving. For a few seconds, time feels frozen. Then the trailer cuts to black. No music, no voiceover. Just 5 words fade onto the screen. He's back, but why now? The Hudson and Rex Season 8 trailer doesn't give away the story. It hides more than it shows. But every frame is loaded with emotion, tension, and mystery. It teases a reunion fans have waited for, but also hints that this reunion comes with a cost. Charlie is not just returning to help. He's returning with baggage, secrets, maybe even danger. Season 8 is no longer just about solving crimes. It's about confronting the past, facing what was left behind, and asking the hardest question of all, can the team survive the truth? Rex doesn't wag his tail. That's the first sign something is different. In every past season, when Charlie entered a room, Rex lit up. He would leap forward, bark joyfully, nudge Charlie's hand. But now, silence, stillness, the bond that once felt unbreakable is strained. And that says everything. Charlie's return doesn't just stir memories, it shakes the very foundation of the team. For so long, Charlie was the heart, the steady voice, the calm in the chaos. But when he left, he didn't say goodbye. No proper explanation. No closure. Just gone. Now that he's back, everyone's pretending to breathe normally, but deep down, the air feels different. Sarah is the first to feel the shift. She spent months stepping into leadership, building the team's rhythm, learning how to read Rex in Charlie's absence. She made herself strong, not just as a cop, but as a protector. She became the one everyone leaned on. Now Charlie is back, and his presence challenges everything she's built. Not because he wants to take control, but because his very existence brings uncertainty. Do they follow his lead again? Does she step back, or do they clash? There's a scene in the trailer where Sarah and Charlie are alone in an interrogation room. No suspect, no case, just them. Her arms are crossed and her voice is low. She says, "You could have called. You owed us that." Charlie looks down, guilt flashing across his face. But he doesn't argue. He doesn't defend himself. And that silence? It's louder than any excuse. Jesse, the tech genius of the team, is usually the one who brings light into every heavy moment. But even he can't joke this one away. Jesse admired Charlie not just as a leader, but as a friend. He trusted him, looked up to him. So when Charlie left without a word, it hit Jesse hard. In Season 7, Jesse tried to stay upbeat, but fans could see the cracks. Late nights alone in the lab, talking to Rex more than people. Now, Jesse keeps glancing at Charlie like he's a stranger. like he's trying to recognize a face that once felt like home. Then there's Rex. His reaction is perhaps the most heartbreaking. Of all, dogs don't fake feelings. They remember smells, voices, the energy of the people they love. Rex doesn't forget. But when Charlie reaches out, Rex pauses. He steps forward but stops short, his ears twitch. His body lowers slightly, not in fear, but in confusion. He doesn't bark. He doesn't jump. He just stares. This isn't the reunion fans imagined. There's no big hug. No cheerful background. Music, just hesitation, distance, and questions. What happened to Charlie during the time he was gone? Why did he stay away for so long? And now that he's back, what does he want? The team can't afford to split. They're stronger together. But with Charlie's presence, old wounds open. Everyone's pretending to move forward, but trust doesn't return on command. It takes work, it takes honesty. And right now, Charlie has said very little. The trailer hints at something darker. There's a short clip where Charlie is seen walking out of a meeting room with a serious-looking man in a dark suit, someone not from St. John's Police. Is Charlie involved in something deeper? Is he being watched, or is he hiding something to protect the team? The emotional stakes are higher than ever. Fans didn't just miss Charlie, they built hopes around his return. But now that he's here, everything is fragile. The past is no longer behind them. It's sitting across the room, wearing a badge, trying to smile like nothing changed, but everything changed, and Season 8 is going to show whether this team can survive the weight of what's been left unsaid. Asterisk. He doesn't speak much in the trailer. Just a few words, a quiet nod, a lingering stare. But fans aren't fooled. Every look, every pause in Charlie's return screams one thing: he's hiding something. And the internet is on fire trying to figure out what it is across Reddit threads. In fan forums, one theory rises above the rest. Charlie never left by choice. Some believe he was pulled into a covert operation so secret, even his closest friends couldn't know. Maybe he went deep undercover, maybe even off the grid. That would explain the silence, the vanishing, the look of guilt in his eyes when he sees Sarah again. But if that's true, then what was so dangerous that he had to abandon his entire team to keep it secret? Another theory takes a darker turn. Charlie's not just back, he's being watched. A few eagle-eyed fans noticed a man in a gray suit appearing in 2 trailer shots, always near Charlie but never speaking. Could he be Charlie's handler, or worse, a threat keeping tabs on him? One fan even zoomed in and found what they claim. Looks like a small tracking device clipped to Charlie's belt. Nothing is confirmed, but the suspicion has spread like wildfire. There's the twist theory. What if Charlie isn't here to help the team but to spy on them? It sounds crazy until you remember Jesse's quick line in the trailer about a system breach from inside. Jesse's never been wrong before. What if Charlie brought the threat back with him? Not because he wanted to, but because he had no choice? But the theory that breaks hearts the most is the quiet one whispered by longtime fans. Maybe Charlie is dying. His face looks older, more tired. His presence feels heavy, not like a hero's return, but a man trying to make peace. What if Charlie has come back to say goodbye the right way? What if the secrets he's hiding aren't about danger, but about time? Sarah's line in the trailer, "You should have stayed gone," might sound angry. But maybe it's fear. Maybe she knows that whatever brought Charlie back won't let him stay long. Fans speculate that Season 8 could be building up to a powerful goodbye one that gives Charlie a chance to explain, to make amends, and maybe to go out saving the people he loves most. Of course, not all theories are heavy. Some fans believe Charlie's return is connected to a brand new villain, someone from his past that's resurfaced. A few noticed a scene where Charlie holds a file with a red X across it, possibly a sealed case. Could this enemy be the reason he vanished, and the reason he had to come back? The trailer's pacing gives little away, but one moment fans won't stop talking about is the last scene. Charlie standing outside late at night watching Sarah and Rex through a window. He doesn't knock, he doesn't walk in, he just watches. Some say it's guilt, others say he's waiting. But everyone agrees this story is just beginning. With Season 8 around the corner, the fan community is buzzing with ideas. Every new second of footage is being studied, enhanced frame by frame. Social media is full of screenshots, breakdowns, and bold claims. Is Charlie really back to stay? Is he still the man we remember? Or has the time away changed him forever? 1 thing is certain, Hudson and Rex fans are more excited than ever. Charlie's return is not just a plot twist, it's the emotional storm the show has been building toward. And the only question left is, what comes next?